and I got so many questions. It doesn't have to be super narrow. We're actually, as we're going into the business plan, we're narrowing everything down with each step. How is it that I'm different from you? And that's something that you will probably need a little bit more time to sit with on our business plan together. And maybe spend a day or two figuring that part out. Hi guys, welcome to Yogipreneur, and today we have our new video and I'm gonna talk you through creating a business plan. Before we dive into it, remember subscribe to the channel, remember to hit the bell. That's how we're gonna stay connected. The videos are coming up every single Tuesday. Have you done that? All right, let's go. The first things first, last week I shared a video with you on how to create a successful yoga business in 3 simple steps. And the first step that I shared with you was creating a business plan. And I got so many questions. I actually expected that. I got so many questions as to how to create it. We don't know how to do it. It's a yoga world. It's not a business world, but it's actually both. So this is a really important tool to have, and it's a very important skill to have to be able to put your thoughts in a row, put your ducks in a row, I wanted to say, but put your thoughts in a row as well. So today, I'm actually going to start creating a business plan with you. So you're going to see my mission statement, my vision statement, completely transparent. I'm going to tell you where I'm going and how I'm going to do this for myself. And based off of that, you can do yours. And I really believe that it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can be a very interesting, creative process. So let's dive into it together. In this video, I'm going to go over the very first 2 steps from the business plan checklist that I shared with you last week. The document is still there underneath last week's video. I'm going to link that video below this one so that you can go there and you can download it if you haven't done that yet, because there's so much information. It's 12 pages of information. You want to have it, trust me, and you want to read through it because that's going to clarify a lot of things for you already. The first one is to clarify your purpose. And that's the first thing that you have to do even before creating a business plan. It doesn't even have to be a part of the business plan. That part is more for you. And in my explanation in the document, I tell you that this is completely for you. You can just grab a piece of paper and start writing some words that mean something only to you. They don't have to mean anything to anyone else. And that's going to be for you to clarify your purpose, which is basically understanding what, why, and how. It doesn't have to be super narrow. We're actually, as we're going into the business plan, we're narrowing everything down with each step. And this is the very first one. So it has to be very broad. It doesn't have to be, but it probably will be very broad. You know, maybe you want world peace, right? And that's going to be your what, or maybe that's going to be your why, depending on your intention, depending on your business. And that's going to be huge, right? We're dreaming big. And from that point on, we're going to narrow it down with every single step. So clarifying purpose is a very important thing to do for you, not for anyone else. And let's do this one together. I'm going to do mine, right? So if you look at that business plan, there's at the very back of the document, there's an outline for your business plan. And I have 3 boxes for you. First one says what? And right now I'm just going to grab my book and I'm going to write what is it that I'm doing in my business, which is being a yoga teacher essentially. And I'm not just a yoga teacher for students, I'm also a yoga teacher for teachers. So what is my what? What do you think it can be? So actually my what is probably broader than you would have ever imagined. What is it that I want to do, right? What is it that I'm trying to do? And if I just start writing out words, that would probably be, I don't know, well, obviously this will be yoga. And I'm writing here with you. Then it will be nutrition. And this is just the words that I'm throwing out there for me. And nutrition is just something that I'm really interested in. And I think it's going to help me somehow. I don't know, just, throwing it out there, nutrition. Why not? What else? My what? Why? What is it that I'm trying to do? I'm trying to grow. It's growth. right? At this point, it doesn't really make much sense, does it? It's just words, but this is something that comes to my mind. This is something that just, yeah, so it's my what. What is it? I want creativity. What? Creativity. Inspiration. And because we already know that I'm a yoga teacher, right? My what is it that I'm doing? I'm teaching. And if I want all these things, most likely that's what I'm going to be teaching, right? I'm going to be teaching yoga, nutrition, growth, creativity, inspiration. Who knows? Maybe we'll go into more details from there, but that's my what for now. That's going to be the words that I'm going to put in that first box. Let's move on to the second one. Again, doesn't have to make too much sense at this point. Just follow along with me. What is it that you want? What? Just think about those words. What is it? The second part is your why. Why are you doing this? Why is this business? Why? Could you have gone to some other place? I mean, I don't know, restaurant and work at the restaurant? Yeah. But why aren't you doing this? Why are you trying to get into this new business? What is your why? And for me, that would be definitely personal growth. That would be professional growth, for sure. For me, that would be financial stability, which is actually kind of hard to achieve when you're an entrepreneur, but why not? We're dreaming big in this part. So let's say financial stability. All right. Definitely having fun, for sure. That's why I came into yoga, to have fun. That's my another why. And you know what? I'm going to throw it out there. I'm also doing it for my ego. A lot of people don't like to admit those things. But if you decide to go somewhere public, if you are trying to get it to the wider audience, to really broad audience, I honestly don't believe that you're just doing it for yourself. You are probably also doing it for your ego. So another why would probably be my ego. And I want you, with those whys, it's really hard to be honest with yourself. It's really hard to say, all right, I want $1 million, especially when you're going into yoga, right? You're like, well, it's a spiritual practice and I don't want to talk about money. I don't want to talk about finances. I don't want to talk about ego, right? Because that's something that we're technically not following in the yoga world. And I think that there's balance to everything. And we're living in the very real world. We're not somewhere distant on the top of the mountain. So it's very important to be very, very specific. Not specific, but very honest with yourself. You're still broad, but you're very honest with yourself. Listen to yourself. What is it that you want? I'm saying it for sure that money, ego, it's all a part of the game, along with the spiritual growth, along with professional and personal growth, along with having fun. Those are my whys, and that's the truth. So you figured out your whys. It can be more, right? It can be less, and you can add as you go. You can add as you think more about it. And let's just move on to the next one, to how. What is going to be your how? How are you going to achieve? How are you going to achieve your what? And how are you going to get to your why? And for me, my what is teaching all those beautiful things that I've written down. And my why is all this growing, fun, in different directions growing, right? I think that my how would probably be, first of all, through in-person to the local community. And I have already gone through this phase, right? I'm still in this phase. I think that I will always have this part of my life. At least it's something that I want to have. I always want to stay connected to my community. And that's probably going to be my first how. How am I going to teach people? And first, it's going to be in person to the local community. And then another thing that I'm already doing as well, it's for global community. It's going to be online. That's going to be my other how. And from there, honestly, I think that those are the two big ones. And then maybe I kind of separate online to different platforms, because I'm doing different things with different platforms right now. And I have Instagram, right? I have 2 YouTube channels, and one is for students and one is more for teachers or those who are interested in getting into business side. I have Pinterest, which is very educational. I'm looking into creating TikTok, so maybe by the time you watch this video, I'm going to have that one as well. And that's going to be more for fun. So I'm just going to kind of write down all these different tools and all the different hows I can use to achieve my goals, right? So it's going to be different platforms and different ways, different audiences. So think about those things. Again, this can be just words. For this part, this can be just words. They don't have to mean anything. I'm explaining mine to you so that you understand how is it that I'm thinking, and so that you understand what direction you can go with yours. It can be very, very different from mine. So that's just to clarify your purpose, to clarify what's happening, where you're going, how are you going to get there, what is it that's happening. All right, the first part is clear. I hope it is. Let's move on to the second. And the second one is standing out with a strong point of view. Okay, this is kind of a broad one, but I explain it in a lot of details in the document that, again, make sure you download if you haven't done that yet. The main thing to describe it is standing out with your point of view is how is it that you are different from anyone else? Those things that I'm trying to achieve, those things that when I clarified my purpose, do you think that I'm the only one with those purposes? No. Maybe you have the same purpose. Who knows? But how is it that I'm different from you? What's going to set us apart? And something will, because we're different people. We have different personalities. We have different journeys. Something definitely will. But you have to understand what is it that's going to set you apart from everyone else who has kind of the same purpose. And the best way to do it is through two tools. First one is your vision statement, and second one is your mission statement. Those are a little bit more kind of, let's say, official than clarifying your purpose, right? If clarifying your purpose was completely for you, you can just write it on a separate piece of paper and eventually forget. It's just for you to help you go through these next stages. The vision statement and mission statement, you want something beautifully written so that you can come back to, you can use it for your resume, you can use it for your website. This is something to really take your time and work on. And I talk about those things separately in details in the document so you can read through it. But in this video, I just want to mention main differences between vision statement and mission statement. Vision statement is something that you see for yourself for the future. It's bigger. So dream big. Remember, you always want to dream big. It may be not even 3 years from now, it's 10 years from now, 100 years from now. I don't know how long you're going to live, right? Let's say 100, whatever, maybe even more. Mission statement is more down to earth. Mission statement is more about what is it that you can do now? What is it that you can do in the really foreseeable future? So something that you can do in the next year, in the next maybe 3 years, right? Even 5, but something that you can already kind of start pushing towards. And so that I can help you create those two important tools, I've created 2 worksheets, and I'm going to put the link to them so that you can download them right underneath this video. Make sure you do it. They're very, very simple, and they're going to help you create really clear vision and mission statement. I'm going to go through them right now, and I have my vision statement worksheet with me right here, and this is how it's going to look for you. It's actually 2 pages, but you don't have to write all 2 pages. The first thing that is on this worksheet that you have to understand for yourself is you have to write what ultimate effect you want to have on your community, on your industry, on your business. Again, thinking big. Go back to the first part that we did together, your what, why, and how, and think about it. For me, if I think about it a little bit, I think that I want to, if we're dreaming big, right? I want to change the understanding of health and balance of those 2 terms, because those are so important. But a lot of people have very unhealthy understanding of health. And as a person who struggled with eating disorders, I know that for myself, because I feel that not eating is healthy. And yes, for some people it is, but it wasn't for me. And I want to change people understanding of balance and kind of bring more towards it. And I want this to be, I think this is pretty big goal. I think this can work for my vision statement. I think that's what I'm going to write. So definitely change understanding of health and balance. Another thing that I kind of want to add to this, I want to do it using different cultures and different traditions. So I guess I'm going to throw that in there as well. And that's all answering that first question. Again, another huge thing that I would love to do is to stop mental illnesses. And that's a huge one. Realistically, probably reduce. Even if I can help one person, that would be huge. But you know what? Let's go for the big. Let's write stop. Remember, this is your vision statement. You want to dream big. You want to dream 100 years from now. Well, that's an overstatement, but still. Let's go to the second part. The second question, what is the scale of the impact I want to have? For me, that's a no-brainer. I want it worldwide. I want it to go into different cultures. I want it to go to different countries. And for me, it's a no-brainer for sure. It's a worldwide. That's the answer that I want to have here. All right, so let's think about the third one. What is the idealized future I want to create through my business? Idealized future. That's a good one. And I think that, again, I said that no mental illnesses. I want no fear. I want to teach people how to live without fear. And I want to teach people how to live in love. Actually, complete opposite of fear. I want to teach people how to live in acceptance. And yes, I think that this is my ideal future of a world with no mental illnesses, no fear, just love and acceptance of ourselves, of one another. That can be a beautiful world, don't you think? I think that's enough here. All right, now let's go for the next. From here on, there are a few parts, and I'm asking you for 3 different vision statement possibilities and then final vision statement. And that's something that you will probably need a little bit more time to sit with. Look through all your answers. See what is it that you might want to put there. It might take a few days. It's a creative process. It doesn't have to be 5 minutes, right? Just take your time. And for me, at the moment, my vision statement is a worldwide community that practices and promotes health and balance. That is my vision statement. And it's a broad one, right? And it includes a lot of things. How I'm going towards it, we're going to get into it a little bit later, but my vision statement is that at the moment. All right, let's dive into mission statement. That's the last part for today. I know it's a lot, but I hope that I'm also able to explain it to you a little bit better in this video so that you dive into this business plan with absolutely no fear. Just love, remember? That's my goal. All right, mission statement, right? And for mission statement, there's another worksheet, and it's just like that. It's also 3 questions and then 3 possibilities and the final one. So let's go through those 3 questions. What is the action necessary to achieve the ultimate goal? And for me, the main actions that are necessary are to learn and to teach. In order to teach, I have to learn first, right? And that's an ongoing process. I can't stop it at any point. So I'm going to put here, learn and teach. And then things that I'm going to learn and teach, that would be different practices, right? That would be nutrition. And I'm actually going to school for that very, very soon. That's going to be spiritual practices. That's going to be physical practices. And there's so many things that I want to teach and learn. So the action that I want to write here is actually learn and teach. Those are the 2 main points for me. Think about it. What is it that you need to do to reach your ultimate goal? 1, 2, 3 things. It doesn't have to be super narrow at this point. Just kind of big things. Just going a step narrower than before. Okay, good. Let's go to the next one. The second question. What is my personal role in the ultimate effect I'm trying to achieve? I see my personal role as a person who tries everything on my own experience and passes on just the most valuable information, the most valuable practices to eventually achieve the ultimate goal. So I'm the guinea pig. Can it be my role? I don't know. It can be. Guinea pig. Okay, I'm trying everything and I'm selecting things that I want to pass on. Let's do that. That's going to be my role. And let's move on to the third question here. What will the ultimate impact be from my action? And I'm guessing from this action, the ultimate effect will be people with quality knowledge. And that is something that is very important for me. That's it. People with quality knowledge. And I think that that's pretty much enough for this one. Then I'm going to turn over. And again, it asks you for 3 statement possibilities and then a final mission statement. Use it as a creative opportunity. Use it as an opportunity to kind of get really deep in yourself. And maybe spend a day or 2 figuring that part out. For me, my mission statement at the moment is to learn and do practices connected to health and wellness for mind, body, and spirit. To pass on valuable knowledge to a community of like-minded people so that they could carry on and share it further, creating a larger community by themselves. That is my mission statement at the moment. And I keep telling you at the moment because both vision statement and mission statement can change. They can change over years. They can change within a month or within a couple of days. If something happens tomorrow and I might change it. But at the moment, this is how my mission statement sounds. So figure out yours. See what works for you. And again, it doesn't have to happen right away. You can brainstorm, use that worksheet to help you. It definitely will. I believe in this. This is how I've been working on mine. So go for it. See what you can create out of it. Alright guys, I really hope this video was helpful for you, and I hope that this video allowed you to see this process as something fun and creative, something to look forward to, not dread. I really hope so. Let me know in the comment what you think. Remember, the worksheets are all down underneath this video. Definitely check them out, download. They're going to help you tremendously. And then work on it. Take my vision statement, take my mission statement for inspiration, and tweak it to match what is it that you're trying to achieve with yours. I really hope you succeed. If you have any questions, remember I'm always here for you. Comment below, get in touch with me, Instagram, YouTube, everything is a fair game. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, like the video. I really hope you did like this video. And I'll see you here next Tuesday in my next video where we're going to continue working on our business plan together. I'll see you soon.